We got some good news. We got some good news coming out of the state of California. After 5 years of doing the trucking industry dirty, the state of California finally decided to go ahead and jump back on ship, man. Jump on board and do the right thing, man. Because California have been doing us dirty, man. They've been doing us for 5 years, probably longer than that. But on record, we just gonna say since 2020, California DMV, they been doing us something dirty, man. But they ain't the only ones. They ain't the only ones. But California finally decided to do something about it. They finally decide to make us whole and do something right. As you see from the banner at the bottom of the screen, California DMV will not be renewing CDLs. That deserves a round of applause, man. Man, give it up for California. Give it up for California. If we can just get New York and Minnesota and Texas on board, I think we can go ahead and wrap this thing up and put a bow on it and be home for Christmas. Because we don't have to run cheap freight. You know how y'all like to talk about the cheap freight. You know, we run cheap freight because we got some cheap skates out here, man. And they running anything because they don't have any overhead and they don't know any better and they just don't care. They just don't care. But California finally decided to do something about it, man. I came across some information. I thought I would go ahead and share it with y'all. It's not a news article. It comes straight from the California DMV. I'm gonna go ahead and get right on into it. Let's read this thing together. One time for California, man. Shout out to California. Let's go, man. Shoot. Alright, let's go ahead and read this thing, man. Now, as you can see right here in this red box right here, it says until further notice. And this is at dmv.ca.gov. By the way, this is dmv.ca.gov, by the way. Okay? Until further notice, the California DMV will not, it cannot issue, reissue, or renew limited term legal presence non-domiciled commercial driver's licenses, CDLs, parentheses. Okay, y'all know that I have a 3rd grade education, so I'm gonna have to read that again because I know y'all laughing at me like, boy, he can't read. No, I got a 3rd grade education. Have a 3rd grade education. That's America. We allow people to come in to get certifications and they can't read a lick, and they allow people to graduate high school with a 3rd grade education. That's America for you. That is America. I don't make the rules. I just play by them and report them. All right. So once again, from the top. Okay. Until further notice, comma, the California DMV cannot issue, comma, reissue, comma, or renew limited term legal presence, parentheses, non-domiciled, close parentheses, commercial driver's licenses, parentheses, CD, capital L, lowercase s, closed parentheses. So it is CDLs, and California said that they cannot issue, reissue, or renew non-domiciled CDLs, man. Shout out to California. California is doing the right thing. They trying to right their wrongs. I don't know about that verbiage about cannot issue. I wish it was more like will not, but can't. We'll take what we can get. We'll take a cannot, Somebody got a gun over our head. Somebody saying that they won't give us funding. Somebody said that they will pull the plug. So we can't issue and reissue and renew your licenses at this time. Maybe next year. Maybe next year, 2 years from now, after we can kind of get some things adjusted. But for right now, we just cannot. We cannot. Not will not, but cannot. Okay? Let's go on and read this thing. Important information, changes in eligibility requirements. I told you that I have a 3rd grade education, okay? Don't laugh. So they are accepting applications, but to comply with the new rules, California has paused issuing non-domiciled CLPs and CDLs, including originals, renewals, duplicates, corrections, upgrades, transfers, and pending transactions to applicants who have limited legal presence in the United States of America. Shout out to them. Okay? They say that there are some new rules and updates. I don't know who's behind the new rules. Maybe it's the people who are who front the bill, you know. Maybe it's the people who said that, hey, maybe we can cut some federal funding from you. How about that? Huh? We cut off the infinite funds that goes into the DMV. That we can shut that down. Slow that down a little bit. Maybe now you can listen and slow down those CDLs. Yeah, maybe got something to do with the money. As a matter of fact, it always got something to do with the money. If it ain't about the money, don't be blowing me up about nothing. If it ain't about the money, don't be wasting my time hitting my line. If it ain't about the money, I ain't doing nothing. You can miss me with it. Turn up. But man, let's shout out to California though. Shout out to California, man. California is doing the right thing, man. Shout out to them, dog. If we can get New York on board, if we can get other states on board like New York, Texas, Florida, if we could get other states on board with this right here, I think we can start getting this country back in the right direction where we need to go. Make trucking great again. Let's do that. Before we can get to America, let's start with some small intricate parts, man. Make trucking great again. That'll be a great start right there, man. Let's make trucking great again, and California is doing this part, man. So y'all let me know what y'all think about this one, man. I told you it was quick. It was going to be quick and in and out, man. We're going to be paying attention to this one right here. See what other news that comes across the table, man. Until next time, we out. Peace.